Now for something completely different. When the hourglass is displayed, don't change your thing. Okay, we can do that. No problem. You have been warned. Buckingham Palace, England. Okay, let's try to figure out what kind of silliness this game is about to be. I'm almost always down one for volume.
Testing, testing.
I always make sure their speech outweighs mine. So I'm not like... I don't know. I don't know yet. Can't tell. We'll leave that at 8. Okay. Texas and the Queen's English. Dutch, French, Espanol, Italiano, and Queen's English. Texas and Queen's English. And then you've got English, American English. Boy, I almost want to have to do this game twice just to catch the differences in that. That's funny as fuck. So your voices can be English or American English. That's funny. That's quite funny. I'll leave it as English. Yes, what? Subtitles on. Oh, no. Let's go back. I got 2 other thingies I need to see. Inventory. Both of it. Okay, so I can toggle run on and off. Inventory. Movement. Look, examine. So look at something, select something, back out of something, or open inventory. Okay, pretty simple. And I would say my HUD is just fine, so away we go. Who's ready for an adventure? Cheers, lurker in the background. Okay, see, I had no idea there was going to be like a text blurb. Let's get on to it.
Here we are, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Space, the final frontier. I am Captain Frank Lee English, and these are the voyages of the starship HMSS Imperialize. Our mission? To explore strange new worlds, to seek out new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Rousing stuff, Captain English, sir.
You really think so? I was afraid it would sound a little bit cliched. The last thing I'd want would be for anyone listening to think that was going to be representative of the quality of all our dialogue throughout this entire voyage.
Perhaps it's best not to heighten expectations too early on, boyo.
Yes, Jones. A healthy dose of self-deprecation should neutralize the mildly xenophobic nature of the mission we've been tasked with by Her Majesty, Queen of Great Britain and of the Commonwealth Realms.
Yeah, so long as we can avoid resorting to trite nationalistic jokes, we should be fine.
Yes, I absolutely agree, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Well, I'm past. Who's for tea? Jones, as your commanding officer, I'm ordering you to go make me a cup of tea. 2 sugars. And go easy on the milk. I'll need it for my Weetabix in the morning.
I don't think they provided us with milk, boyo. Just the powdered stuff.
Curse this lack of lactation! Very well. You stay here at the controls, Jones, while I navigate to the ship's kitchen facilities to acquire a refreshing beverage. The walk will give me the chance to familiarize myself with the intuitive navigation system.
Can you grab us a cup too?
Certainly, Jones. It will be my pleasure, and as good a reason as any to practice using the intuitive inventory system.
It's rather intuitive.
I'll be on my way.
But what I'm curious is, the voices, English or American English?
Hey now, just as soon as I choose to exit this chair. Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
How do you take your tea? Milk? Sugar? Lukewarm?
Just in a cup would be lovely, thanks.
So is there a thing I get for like putting on American English, or English gets something different than the American English? Or is it just there to be silly? Which is my guess, right? Would you like anything else? Well, no, I think I'd rather just restart real quick. No, start me from the Queen walking out. Nope. No, I don't want to see the whole goddamn intro again. God damn it. I'm gonna make it do it. I know I can make it do it. So I'm gonna exit the game and make it do it. There we go. New game. Well, yes. Override. Play a new game. In the wake of political developments during the summer of 2016, the events that followed, Britain itself was really frustrated, really getting demise, and as something in range. I already let it play earlier. Following a half-baked plot, the Queen decided to put herself in charge of the space program.
Here we are, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Space, the final frontier. I am Captain Frankly English, and these are the voyages of the starship HMSS Imperialize. Our mission? To explore strange new worlds, to seek out new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Rousing stuff, Captain English, sir.
Oh, you really think so? I was afraid it would sound a little bit cliched. The last thing I'd want would be for anyone listening to think that was going to be representative of the quality of all our dialogue throughout this entire voyage.
Perhaps it's best not to heighten expectations too early on, boyo.
Yes, Jones. A healthy dose of self-deprecation should neutralize the mildly xenophobic nature of the mission we've been tasked with by Her Majesty, Queen of Great Britain and of the Commonwealth Realms.
Yeah, so long as we can avoid resorting to trite nationalistic jokes, we should be fine.
Yes, I absolutely agree, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Well, I'm past. Who's for tea?
Oh, the Queen talked to me. I got goosebumps. I mean, what fucking... Jeez, man.
You stay here at the controls, Jones, while I navigate to the ship's kitchen facilities to acquire a refreshing beverage. The walk will give me the chance to familiarize myself with the intuitive navigation system.
Can you grab us a cup too?
Yes. Pardon, what? Oh, can you grab us a cup too? I see it. Top. There you go.
Can you grab us a cup too?
Sure,
certainly, Jones. It will be my pleasure. And as good a reason as any to practice using the intuitive inventory system.
Ooh, intuitive.
I'll be on my way now.
Not a regular.
Just as soon as I choose to exit this chair. If I do that, I'll have to go on a course.
Okay, so hold a button, and then whenever I select the thing with the stick, and then if I let go...
It's Wales' own son, Sub-Lieutenant Jones.
That's kind of funky, man.
I'm afraid I've nothing useful to hand.
Hmm.
The humble tray table. Best stow this for now. I would do well to study these closely in case of an emergency, like we're stranded immobile in... I'll have to take a closer look at these safety instructions for peace of puzzle. I mean, mind. Peace of mind.
For a piece of puzzle. Mind. Yeah, okay.
I would do well to study these closely in case of an emergency, like we're stranded immobile in space.
It looks like you're trying to solve a puzzle. I'm currently...
Why, the humble paperclip, a staple of any adventure gamer's inventory.
Right, the paperclip, the staple of anybody's inventory. How we doing, Blightway? Good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping in. Right now, there's surely no clue on the good gracious. Okay, now what? Okay, now it's in my thingy. And is that the first thing I grab when I... My goodness. I'm not leaving yet, man. I gotta... Well, I guess I am leaving.
That leads out of the cockpit.
Right. Yeah.
That leads out of the cockpit.
Right.
That leads out of the cockpit.
Yes. Yes, I'm aware. Jiminy Christmas, man. Interact with the object.
Now, to find the kitchen. If memory serves me correct, it's just down this corridor, beyond the fourth wall.
Beyond the fourth wall. What? Oh, what is this? Gravity simulator. Ship map. I should probably examine the ship map.
It's an informative map displaying the many high-definition areas aboard Her Majesty's spaceship Imperial Eyes.
Right. Can we look at it?
Now, let's see.
There we go. You are here. So the thing at the other end that should be the lower deck, crew cabin. It's down here, it's sealed off. Why do we have stuff sealed off? Alright. Do I have a list of what I'm supposed to do? No.
There appears to be something stuck in the drive.
Well, that's easy to fix.
Gosh, no matter how many times I keep clicking on things, this drive won't become unblocked. I'll have to think of something else.
Smack it. Smack it really hard while you push the button.
Cutting edge 20th century tech.
Let's if I straighten the pin out, it's an optical drive.
Let's see if prodding this around fixes anything. Aha!
Yeah. You guys know. Those old enough to know.
1.44 megabytes of virgin digital space.
That's how you get the disk out of the CD-ROM. Straighten out paper clip, put it in a hole, push it out. But you don't have that with the newer ones. With the newer things that are built into like PlayStations and shit. No, you gotta flip a PlayStation Slim or Pro. You gotta flip the goddamn thing over. Find the right slot that is actually the manual thing to release a disc. It turns the gear to release a disc. What bullshit is that? Anyways. Okay, so I got nothing.
We're a tad under-resourced to be attempting that at the moment.
What TV programs do we have?
Presumably the manufacturer opted for shards of metal as opposed to goose down. Of course, it lacks the precision of a mouse and keyboard. Greatly improves one's cognitive functions. Don't take my word for it. Ask science.
It used to less stick to select an item and press X button to equip it.
Of course, it lacks the precision of a mouse and keyboard. I don't believe the isolation of space has forced me to talk to the furnace. I can't use these two together. There is a procedure that we have to adhere to.
Right. So I would think getting the... Gosh dang it.
It doesn't strike me as much of a talker. It's a standard issue second-hand treadmill, complete with...
Let's do it. I get it. Go, man, go.
Best stop before I start to lose my gains, brah.
Yeah, right. Well, see. Okay.
That leads into the bedroom.
Aren't you supposed to be going to the kitchen, boyo? You've
I doubt combining these two will prove to be particularly useful.
Kitchen, yeah.
It's hard to tell if they're compatible from a distance. It's Alad's mug, isn't it? If I had them both in my possession, I'd be able to better see how... It's for my Rosie Lee. Sorry, Cockney crockery.
Cockney crockery. Jeez. Just the stupidity.
I am feeling rather peckish.
Oh, Jesus.
That settled it. I'm going gluten-free when I get back to Old Blighty.
No carbs for you. What? Fucking Tester jumps up all anime style. No. Shoots some toast at you. That's ridiculous. Fun, but ridiculous. Anyways, what else do we got to look at?
Mild green washing up liquid. The only inanimate object I tend to chat to is Sub-Lieutenant Jones.
I don't know, you seem to be in the... You just had a toaster attack.
It's packed to the rafters
so
with mild English cheddar.
Try to talk to a refrigerator.
Plenty to share. Best leave some space for alternative dairy produce.
Right, okay.
That's the radio wave oven. It's the same idea as a conventional microwave oven, except while your meal is cooking, you can listen to the cricket on Radio 5. AM, FM, defrost, it's got the works. I'm sure there's a more practical use for this. That's the radio wave oven. It's the same idea as a conventional microwave oven, except while your meal is cooking, you can listen to the cricket on Radio 5. I'll just get piping hot tea all over my hands, and I didn't enjoy that the first time. We'll agree to disagree about that. It's our autonomous beverage dispensing robot, Gertie. I'll just get piping hot tea all over my hands, and I didn't enjoy that the first time.
Oh. There we go. I see how it works. Okay. Now I get it.
It really takes the misery out of making tea. One day it became self-aware. The next it was writing the script for an adventure.
They became self-aware. Next day it was running the script for an adventure. My goodness.
Of course, the downside of having a sentient being responsible for making the tea is that every so often it forgets how much milk to add. I wouldn't know what to say.
How much milk do we have? Yeah, milk to your tea. I don't do milk with tea. Just it's so rare. It has to depend on the type of tea and how strong it was, because I kind of enjoy tea just as the tea.
That leads into the cockpit.
The only thing I see, but there's like chai tea, which is pretty much a nice chai cream. Now do you prefer your chai tea hot or cold? A lot of Americans prefer cold chai tea. It's not bad. I prefer like a steaming hot, extra spicy bit of chai.
The seat of power.
There's just a whole bunch of seasoning in it. It's I had another cream tea that wasn't a chai, but it was chai is just kind of its own spice thing. In India, but like there was another cream tea that I had, and it's out of this huge vat, man. Oh my gosh, it was so darn tasty. Like it had the coffee with it, a little bit of coffee. It had the chai flavor, and had like there were other spices there that just made each and every spice stand out on its own. But they all mixed really well together. Like, you'd take a sip and like you get this flavor comes out, and then this flavor comes out, and this flavor comes out. And as you taste it, oh my gosh. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. I want my co-pilot here. How do I to my co-pilot?
I think it would be best if I did something else with this.
Well, I want to give it to my co-pilot. You're not letting me talk to you here, bud. Just sit down then.
Any danger of making that tea, boyo?
Awfully sorry for the delay.
Never mind, boyo. How did you manage to carry it in there without spilling any?
Well, I've just been very careful. Ever since that whole Deepwater Horizon incident. Oh, terribly sorry. I appear to have given you my cup.
What? But that's disgusting. It's got your saliva over it and everything. That is totally against health and safety.
I think you're overreacting.
It's got your saliva on it, but it's like we've been kissing. That is like sexual harassment as well.
That's going a bit far. Actually, you might be right. Oh my, the controls have been damaged. Like just stating the obvious part.
Good heavens! What a waste of perfectly good tea.
I think we should be more concerned about the irreparable damage done to the ship's steering system. Both problems, by the way, are your fault.
Probably what they're going
You know,
for.
in various cultural and religious ceremonies, the symbolism behind sharing a cup is quite unifying. Regardless, we'll have plenty of time to argue about this now that we're stranded. Unless, of course, we can replace the controls with something else.
When you say we,
I mean the royal we. I'll sort this out. Don't move.
The four royal.
I don't want you
we.
dribbling on anything else. Honestly, you're worse than the elderly.
That's great. I mean the royal we.
I think he's had enough. For now, anyway. Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
Would you like a towel? I'm sure the controls are broken. Been to Swans for you lately? Bye. Sure the controls are broken.
Surely it would take more than a splash of Earl Grey to halt this ship. The zenith of British aeronautical engineering.
You could always give the control column a quick alternating input along the x-axis, just to ascertain if it is indeed no longer functional.
You mean jiggle the joystick left and right?
Isn't that what I said?
Would you like a towel?
Would you like me to go find you a towel to dry off?
No rush, boyo. I'm enjoying this warm, moist sensation. Reminds me of simpler times huddled in my mother's womb.
Gosh, I can hardly remember what I was doing 5 minutes ago, let alone during my embryonic youth.
Well, it was a lot longer ago for you, boyo.
Hey, I'm still down with the kids. Chillax Holmes. Me and my crew keeping it radical, man.
OMG, feel totes orky for you.
Your sister's studying in Swansea. Been down recently?
Not to visit her.
Swansea.
A few of us went camping around the Gower, though. It's lovely the further out of the city you go.
Yes. The further the better. Don't mind me. You can have too much of a good thing. Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
I... Oh,
Don't mind me.
Nothing there.
I like the chap, but not in that way. It's Aled, the Lewis to my Morse. It's Aled, the Grommet to my Wallace.
Uh-huh. Okay, nothing with nothing there. Not a goddamn thing, eh? Check it out. Push a button. Get on then.
Three and a half inches. It's compact, but still large enough to grip.
How do I grab that? See? Let's go back to the kid and see what we got.
We've never been formally. We're not on speaking terms.
No, just in that there.
That leads into the
Thank you.
cockpit.
Yes, that's where we want to go.
Have you found something to replace the controls you broke yet?
That sort of stuff isn't tolerated in the workplace. It's Aled, the Andrew Ridgely to my George Michael. It's not the worst idea I've ever heard. I remember when they talked about keeping BBC Three. I don't think they'd get along.
Oh. Right then. This thing doesn't want nothing from me. No. No, no. Dude.
That leads out of the cockpit.
I'm where?
There's been a slight infestation. Well, I can't think of any reason I'd want to do that. Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, anyway. Okay, here's a room I haven't been into yet.
Gosh, really helps you to see things in perspective. Now, what do we have here? Ah! Good Lord.
See, it's got this whole point and click thing, but it's...
Very odd. It appears to be stuck.
Not quite.
With great power
Point and
comes great
click.
responsibility. It would be terribly brutish for one to resort to force to open this door. I'm sure I'll be able to find a solution, lest I become unhinged.
Let's take a look.
No flagship
Again.
worth its salt would be without a draconian list of rules to adhere to. It specifically says no rustling.
Rustling.
I fear we may need to curtail this imaginative thinking. I'm sure there's another more rational use for this. That kind of behavior results in one having... It might fit Allard's dainty hand. I've a bit more girth.
Right.
Without the right tools for the job, I'm not risking it. The depravity that goes through some people's minds. It might fit Allard's dainty hand. I've a bit more girth.
I
The
see.
porcelain throne.
Trying to figure out how the game works now. I got it.
I often come here
All
for
city
moments of
unified.
contemplative reflection, typically after moments of bothersome digestion.
I guess it. Cheers, pizza, food. Man, I wish I had some pizza. Wish I had this Mexican pizza from next door, man. They'd do it. Think of like a pizza-sized quesadilla. This is like a one layer of a tortilla, like a 12-inch tortilla. the cheese and stuff, all greens in with the cheese, and that's done, and then you got your chicken and refried beans and beef and pork and jalapenos and all the other shit on top, man, and you sliced up like a pizza. Oh my god. That's so good.
Mercifully, the ultra-absorbent litter goes some way to mask the odor. I'm prone to stage fright with an audience. Gosh, have we lowered the tone to toilet humor already? I thought we could have gone a bit longer with the innuendo jokes first.
Well, there's obviously something I need to get in here, but, like, how do I? Is it and how?
The porcelain throne. Much like humanity's attempts to ease global warming, I fear that would be futile.
What am I trying to do here then? I'm sure it's gotta be something to do with this bathroom. He's not wanting to do nothing.
I can't use these two together. Maybe we'll strike up a friendship after my lobotomy. It might fit Allard's dainty hand. Without the right tools for the job, I'm not risking it.
It might fit somebody else's dainty hand. But come on. So hello, you little subordinate. Go pick up the cat crap. That's left in there. Probably the captain's quarters. Right? No, my little subordinate. Go pick up all the crap. No, would you please? My cat couldn't help himself. Sorry, guys. Sit down.
That sort of stuff isn't tolerated in the workplace. I doubt combining these two will prove to be particularly useful. He's excitable enough as it is. He doesn't need any extra energy. I think he's had enough. For now, anyway. Here, plug this in. See if it works.
Ah. Something new.
That isn't going to be much use without batteries, boyo.
What? Aren't they included?
And remove a superfluous hurdle present simply to prolong a problem you've long since figured out? Huh. When is that ever the case? Look, boyo, that's no use to me without any batteries.
I'd be afraid the power would corrupt him.
So how do I combine an item then? How do I work on putting that? Oh, combine with that. Oh, look. Okay.
I'm sure there's a more practical use for this.
Have you found something to replace the
Okay.
controls you broke yet?
I'm starting to get it.
Here, plug this in. See if it works.
No joy, boyo.
What? Isn't it supposed to be plug and play?
No, boyo. You'll have to install the drivers first.
Well, can't you just download them in here?
The Wi-Fi can't reach this part of the ship. Try getting online in one of the other rooms. See if you can download the drivers onto something and bring it here.
I suppose you'll just be sitting here in the meantime.
That's how the genre works, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broke, well, it's probably a tedious puzzle to fix it.
I appear to be caught short. I've nothing to use. Here, plug this in. See if it works.
There's nothing on here, boyo.
What? How can you...
The weight.
What?
The weight?
Yeah, given you aren't exactly known for your intellect.
It's empty. Lacking in substance. They said the same thing about... Now, to download this driver.
Now,
I just need to connect to the internet first.
I'll be right back, guys.
Bingo! Found it! Very odd. It won't let me save onto the disk. I've downloaded the driver I need. Now I just need to save it onto something so I can install it in the cockpit. I'm afraid I've nothing useful to hand. I can't seem to save onto it for some reason. I've downloaded the driver I need. Now I just need to save it onto something so I can install it in the cockpit. We'll agree to disagree about that. It'll only give me the silent treatment. I've downloaded the driver I need. Now I just need to save it onto something so I can install it in the cockpit. I can't seem to save onto it for some reason. Very odd. It won't let me save onto the disk. I've downloaded the driver I need. Now I just need to save it onto something so I can install it in the cockpit. We're a tad under-resourced to be attempting that at the moment. I can't seem to save onto it for some reason. I think it would be best if I did something else with this. I've downloaded the driver I need. Now I just need to save it onto something so I can install it in the cockpit. Of course, in England, they'd call it a hoover. Surely you can't be serious. Surely you can't be serious. There's a seemingly unlimited supply of mild English cheddar cheese. I'm not going to be that chap who walks around with pockets full of cheese. There is a procedure that we have to adhere to. AM, FM, defrost. It's got the works. It's not the worst idea I've ever heard. I remember when they talked about keeping B. I think it struggles with received pronunciation. I'll just get piping hot tea all over my hands. And I didn't enjoy that the first time. What are your prime directives? I don't suppose you've kept in touch with Matilda or any of the other house robots? It's our autonomous beverage dispensing robot, Gertie. It's empty, lacking in substance. They said the same thing about this script. It's empty, lacking in substance. They said cutting-edge 20th century tech. I don't believe the isolation of space has forced me to talk to them. Best stop before I start to lose my gains, brah. That leads into the bedroom. There's been a slight infestation. The lower decks are on lockdown. I fear we may need to curtail this imaginative thinking. I'm sure there's another more rational use for this. I can't use these two together.